Michele Mouton, fantastic to see you here at Goodwood, and of course celebrating Pikes Peak and your victory there. You were the first woman to have won the race. You were the first non-American.
Exactly.
And you were the first person to be driving not an American car. Did you ever believe before you actually started that you were going to do it?
Okay, you know, Audi decided to go to Pikes Peak, and we did it. 84 I did it, and I finished second, and 85 we were looking for the win. It started not so well because during the practice, you know, you were allowed to go 30 miles per hour, and I was speeding 35 or 40 miles per hour, so it was a disaster for them. And I was, you know, asked to be in the clear court of the race, and with two other drivers with a kid on their knee, to tell me about how I was so fast and I could have killed this child if he was crossing the road. All this big story about safety and everything. I was asked not to be allowed to start from the paddock, to be out of the car, to go on the starting line, to jump into the car and to go up the hill. And, you know, I said, this is no way. So we make a big press conference, and we ask everybody to be here and to listen about what I was told to do. And I said, you know, my safety is also important than anybody else's safety. So to jump into the car and do that is really not what I can do. So finally I was allowed to stay in the car, belt it on, but not touching any gear. So the mechanic were pushing me on the line. I mean, it was like a big show, you know, if a movie could have been not better. And then so I started, and of course, you know, they didn't know me, because this in my mind, I said, you know, instead of trying to slow me down, it will just make the opposite way. And I was really flat out all the way, very motivated, and I had a hard time on the top because there are 3 flat corner, but the second one is not flat out, and I decided to stay flat out, and I was going to the side. And you know, the race in the clouds, how they call them there, it's really, when you look at the drop on the right side, it's really heavy down there. And so I decided to stay flat out, and I had the hardest time in my life, but finally I managed to do that, and I won the race. So it was a great time, and I was very happy.
What made you get started in rallying? Because really you were one of the very first, I mean, you still are, the first woman to have ever achieved success like this in rallying.
It's, you know, just opportunity. I never wanted to be a rally driver. This nobody can believe, but it's true. I just love cars, but for me a car, it's freedom, independence, going away, moving around. What I was dreaming to do is skiing. I love skiing, and I think I get this feeling of speed, and you know, where not to lose time, and I think you get the feeling for the speed or not. And I think it's the same with a car, you know, and then it's experience of course, and after experience, I think most of it is motivation. I won three important events in the World Championships: San Remo, Brazil, Portugal and Greece. And I was vice world champion in '82, yeah. You know, when you are really motivated to do something, you try all the time, and you try, and sometimes you get it.